Hello, everyone. Lucinda here from LTO Consulting, and I am really excited to walk you through a couple of features of what we are calling the Founders Tool Kit. We developed this toolkit for literally anybody. You could have an idea for a product, you could have a product, you could have revenue already, but everybody that we work with comes to us and says, what do we do next? Have a great story. Good friend of mine asked me a couple years ago, well, where's the playbook? What would the playbook be? And so we said, what would the playbook look like? And we think it's this. We're so excited to be talking a little bit about it. We're going to have it ready for sale on our website here shortly. So you envision yourself. You have an idea. Maybe you have a team. Maybe you have revenue. You're super excited. Then you start doing all these things all at the same time, all at once. And then you're just in reactive mode. You don't know if you should be doing a forecast first, if you should be focused on a different competitor, if you maybe need to do some product reformulation. All of these things are where we see people getting a little bit in their own way when it comes to the work that they're trying to do with building their brand. So what we did, there was over 40 separate tools in this. It's one large file, but you can pick and choose what you think makes sense for you, your stage of your business, your stage of your product. So we go all the way from what is your brand? What are your COGS? What are the unit economics we're planning for, specifically in 3-tier? And then all the way down from competitive landscape, the financial planning. Y'all, the amount of forecasting that is not done is kind of wild. So it's so important to be able to do that and to forecast out, not just to be able to speak to your investors, but to be able to plan your team size, to be able to plan your growth the best way possible. So we have included a lot on that. Marketing is the most important thing you can do to get your brand off the ground. You want pre-sold consumers going out looking for your brand, going into those stores. We have a lot here. Funding and getting investors is an entirely different work stream than creating a product and selling a product. So that in itself, there's a lot of work that we do there when it comes from all types of things like investor communications. What's your runway? How much money do you need? And why do you need it? How much will you spend? Where are you going to spend it? Compliance and legal is a huge topic here, particularly in 3-tier. So we want to arm everybody with at least knowing what you don't know. What are the types of permits you need? Where do you start? When do you absolutely have to partner with a really great lawyer to make sure you are represented well in all of your contracts? Distributors in the 3-tier, they're your number one customer. So if we're not working with them, you're going to have a really hard time getting your brand off the ground. So we have a handful of tools in here, all the way from how to pitch a distributor to how do you work with them and set business plans on an ongoing basis. We call those quarterly business reviews. They're really crucial to your brand's credibility, your team's credibility, and really just setting your growth goals in the market overall. Sales team. My bread and butter, my background is all in sales. I love to build out a great sales team. I love to see people inspired and motivated to go hit their goals. However, one of the things I tell a lot of clients is when to not invest in salespeople and when you have to pull back and how do you prioritize the types of roles that you have. And then everyone's favorite subject, HR. It's really important when you start to work with humans, having all of these tools at your fingertips and to think about what are the things that I need to do to support them. So that's just a few of the tools. If I were to give you a couple of screenshots, right now they're all Excel based. You can look over here. We have this marketing budget, the idea of what will we spend on which type of tool and why. Top line marketing is one of the most important things you can do when you are launching a brand new brand that literally no one knows about. So we've given you kind of this list of different levers to pull to be able to gain that visibility for your brand. And then we want you to be able to plan your COGS down to a very detailed level. This is also a pretty dynamic thing. We all know ingredients and different components of our products can change at any time. So we want to be able to have you guys come back in and check on this and then figure out what does this mean for that extra tier in the 3 tiers. We're not just selling straight to the consumers. We have to allocate that extra margin bucket for our distributors. So the executive summary is one of my favorite tabs. This really just gives you an opportunity to figure out, how do I speak about my company? How do I speak about my brand? What are we great at? What do we need help with? Where will we use your investor dollars? And then the QBR template, maybe my favorite by far. Having a great meeting with your distributor is everything when you are launching a brand and figuring out how to grow a brand. So we want to arm you with, how do you go in and you actually speak their language? That is much harder to do than most people think. And we want to make sure that you feel very confident to be able to do that. So we're hoping that this ecosystem of all these tools gives you a lot more confidence to run your brand and to grow your brand to whatever your vision is for your brand. We want your teams to feel empowered. We want everybody to have the tools that they have to go out and be successful at their jobs. And we have everything here. We think we have everything here for you. So you can buy the whole file. You can buy one tool at a time. This is entirely what you want to make out of it. We are here to help you set this up. We will be sharing lots of different packages and engagements. If you want some help, you want a white glove service, we can get you all set up with everything. If you want to take a couple of the tools, go download them, go run with it, go for it. And then come back and let us know what you think. So we hope you will be excited to check this out. We're looking forward to your feedback. And we are so excited to get this launched with y'all. Cheers.